Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our November release party. I am Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Tonight, we are going to have so much fun because I have so many fun things to show you. Plus, our illustrators are here joining us, and they are just full of inspiration. So, before we get started, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Whoo! I need a paper bag to breathe in.
I know, me too. And my blood sugar's low. I'm trying to drink cranberry juice. Oh my gosh. How are you?
Nuts around here. I'm better than horrible, thank you. In the dead space.
Are you excited for tonight?
Well, how can you not be around here? Everything's flying. People are running into each other in the hallways. And
and everybody's so excited about what we have coming tonight. And this has been a long time coming because what we're releasing tonight actually showed up about midsummer, right?
Yeah.
We've been sitting on it.
That long ago?
Well, it was maybe late summer, but it was still really warm out because I remember you guys unloading the container.
Yeah, there's been a shadow in the warehouse, like blocking out the lights for the last 3 months.
Well, we are so excited. And Tom, you're going to help field questions and stuff tonight, right?
I will be on it here.
Okay,
doing
well,
my best.
Let's get into it. So, normally when we have a release party, we start by showing off just a few products first, and then we bring our illustrators in. But tonight we're going to do things a little bit differently because we want to let you know about some things that are going on, because I know some of you run right over to the website and place your order, and I want to make sure that you get all the deals, okay? So the first thing I want to tell you about is our Black Friday sale. And the Black Friday sale actually starts right now. Our Black Friday sale is 25% off everything. So Tom, why don't you throw that banner up? 25% off everything except a couple tiny things that are already on sale. Okay, so this is going to be all week long. It's going to start tonight. It's going to go all the way through Cyber Monday at 11:59 p.m. So Monday night at 11:59 p.m., this will be over. Now, this is while supplies last, of course, and we did stock up on a lot of things. So hopefully you guys will be able to get what you want, but it will exclude just a couple of things. It's going to exclude our doorbusters because they're already marked down tremendously. It's going to exclude our clearance category because that's already way below sale price. And gift cards, you won't be able to use it on gift cards, and you won't be able to use it on our brand new die cutting machine. And that's what I'm going to show you next. But before we do that, I wanted to show you something else. I know a lot of you like to place more than one order. You like to get like that initial thing that you want, but then as the release party goes on, you see other things that you might want. Plus, this sale is going on for a full week, so we're still getting shipments into our warehouse. So we'll probably be adding a whole bunch of foil stuff later on in the week, and you just never know what's going to show up. So you might get a little ping that something that you were waiting for is in stock and you want to place another order. And when that happens, it would be nice to get a second incentive, right? Well, this month we have 2 incentive sets. I'm only going to show you one. The other one is our secret incentive that if you place a second order, you can get that one. And it's darling. I know you're going to love it. But I want to show you what you need to do when you place that second order to make sure you get it. So when you place your order and you are in the checkout screen, this is what the checkout screen is going to look like. It's going to look like this. And there is a box there that says add a note to your order. And that's where you can type in, I already placed an order this month. Please send an alternate incentive set, and we will send you our alternate set. Now, if you want to get tonight's die cutting machine, that by itself qualifies for the free incentive. So you can place that order separately. It's going to ship separately anyway. And then you can go ahead and place your second order with all of your things that you've been wanting to save money on, all of your supplies, all of your basics, maybe our new release, because that's also on sale for 25% off. And you'll be able to get a second free set. So we wanted to show you that first. Now I'm going to tell you about our die cutting machine, because I know that a lot of you have already peeked at the website and you saw the banner. This is our brand new Intracut die cutting and embossing machine. And this is such a special machine. We love it so much. We're so excited about it. So Tom, if you have the picture of that, I would love them to see what it looks like. So the die cutting machine does some really cool things, and it's probably one of the easiest die cutting machines I have ever used. This is the Intracut. Of course, it's got turquoise, teal, it's my color, and it does a whole bunch of things. It die cuts. It does 2D embossing, 3D embossing. It'll also work with your hot foiling for those of you that have the glimmer or, you know, whatever you're using for hot foiling that's different than the laminator foiling. It also does letterpress. There are no shims needed. You don't need any shims for this die cutting machine. And no complicated sandwiches, different plates for different things. It's so easy to use, and I'm going to demonstrate it for you tonight. Now, the Black Friday sale, it's normally $159.95. The Black Friday sale price is $149.95, but you're also going to get something very special with this. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about that. You're going to get a free die set with this. This is like a starter die set that does so many cool things. It's got words in it. It's got flowers. It's got leaves. It's got a really cool heart element. And it's yours free. It's a $26.95 value, and it's yours free with the machine. And if you place the machine by itself, you order it by itself, you're also going to get a free incentive set with that purchase. So that gives you like, I don't know, like $37, $38 worth of free stuff with the machine. It's very exciting. And this is a big die set. Now, I put mine on a magnet. It doesn't come with a magnet because only the ones that coordinate with stamp sets come with a magnet. But I want you to see the size of the die cutting machine because it's deceptive. That is a full magnet. It's got big dies. I mean, these, you know, I have a card here, like that's pretty big. That's going to go right over the front of your card. So you're going to get all of these fun dies that you can use and get started right out of the box. Now, Tom, before you put the front shot on, before you put the front shot on, all right, let's go back to, well, it doesn't even matter. I want to show you, I'm going to do an unboxing here. This is the brand new machine. Now, I'll tell you, when I wanted to come out with a machine, I don't know if you guys remember, but many, many years ago, there was a company called Cheery Lynn Designs, and they had a die cutting machine that you could adjust with a knob. So when I wanted to do a die cutting machine, I wanted to do something that was adjustable, and I wanted to do something that was really easy to do with sandwiches because it can be so complex. What do I need for a 3D? What do I need for a 2D? What do I need for my old big Sizzix dies, those steel ruled dies? And I thought, let's come up with something, you know, let's find the perfect machine. And we found the manufacturer that makes the perfect machine, and we did it in our colors, and we're just so excited about it. It's so beautiful. It has a 6-inch opening, but it's a little bigger than 6 inches. It's like 6 1/4. It's big, and it's about the same size as the Spellbinders Platinum. So, you know, anything that you can do with that machine, you can do with this machine. That's why the glimmer works with it. That's why the better press and all of those things will work with the machine. And oh, it's just so pretty. And it's got some really unique features, which I want to show you. So I'm going to start because I have my machine out. I was going to unbox this one, but why unbox it when I have my machine out? So I have my cardboard box here that's going to help me. So this is the machine. Now, it's not too heavy, but it's got these amazing suction cups on the bottom. So when you open this machine on your flat surface, like if you're working on a hard surface, like a kitchen counter or one of those older hard folding tables or a desk, a wood desk, it will suck to the table and it will not move. So it's not going to be shaken all around when you use it. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, it's got some really unique storage. So I want to show you how this works, okay? So when you open it, it's got the two sides. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the old Cuttlebug, the style of it, but it's bigger than the Cuttlebug. And then these two sides that open, you just push them in, and that secures everything. And when you push them in, well, when you open them, it'll suck to the table. Now, here's something really fun about this machine. It's got storage right in the machine. So if you like to go crafting with your friends and you want to take your die cutting machine, it's got storage drawers right here. And you can put dies. It's big enough to fit your pick and stick tool in there. Close up just fine. So you can take die sets. You can take cardstock and put it in here. And you can kind of pack it all up with all the things that you need. Okay? Now, I want to show you how easy it is to put the handle on, because I've heard people say, oh my gosh, I need tools to put handles on die cutting machines. You don't. The handle is stored right here in the drawer. And you can take the handle on and off in a split second and then take it off when you want to travel with it or when you want to store it, because sometimes the handle gets in the way. But you can see how without the handle, it'll fit in really nice, tight places. But I want to show you how easy it is to put the handle on. So you've got the handle here, and let's just go to the overhead for 1 second, Tom, because I want to show them this. So there's a little latch right here, and you just pull that latch down. Just pull it down with your thumb and let it go. So when you pull it down, okay, now go to the front shot again. So when you have it pulled down, you just put it in and then you let go and it's attached. No screwdriver needed, ready to go, ready to start cranking. When you want to take it off, you just pull that same latch down, the handle comes off, you can open up your drawer and you can store it right there in your drawer. And if you forget how to store it, there's a little picture of the handle etched into the drawer. Okay, and then you can close it back up. The die cutting machine does have a surcharge for shipping. It's a heavy box. The box weighs close to 15 pounds. So there is a shipping charge. So if you buy the die cutting machine, even if you buy other things with it, that shipping charge is going to be added because it is very heavy and it's costing us a ton of money to ship it. We're still charging way less than what it costs to ship. We're trying to offset a little bit of the cost. And we did check around, and everybody else who sells die cutting machines has about the same surcharge as we have. So it's just something we have to do. Shipping is outrageous. And again, it's huge. It's a big box. It's going to come by itself in this box. And we made it even heavier by putting that full die set in here. You're going to feel it when you get it. The box is heavy because it's really packed in there with all kinds of packing materials to keep it safe. But once you get it out of the box and you use it, it's easy to move around. Now, I'm going to take this down and I'm going to put it on my desk so we can look together at the overhead shot and I can show you some things about it. All right, let me zoom out just a little bit. Let's see. I think everybody should have sound. Tom, we have sound, right?
Yes. Okay,
good. Tom can hear that we have sound. You might have your sound muted somewhere. Okay, so once again, I'm going to open this up, okay, like this, and then I'm going to push the trays in. Now you can see I'm shaking the table, but the die cutting machine is staying in place. So that's pretty cool, right? Okay, now I'm going to put the handle on. So let me just show you one more time. I'll tip it forward. And I'm just going to pull the latch down, put the handle in place, and let go. Now the handles, you're assembled. That easy. Now I am going to go back to the front shot again. I am actually going to put it on top of this box here. So I want to show you some of the sweet stuff that we've got going on here and why I love this machine so much. So with most die cutting machines, you're going to have different plates and different sandwiches for different things. With this die cutting machine, you dial what you want to do. So for example, if you want to die cut, you just turn it to die cutting. And you're going to use the same 2 plates for die cutting as you do for 2D embossing, which is the next dial, or for 3D embossing, which is the next dial. You can use all the same plates. You don't have to think too much. One thing that I did notice is that 3D embossing is even easier. And I'll show you that in just a little bit. Okay, now 3D embossing is a stickler for a lot of people because some 3D embossing folders are thicker than others. There isn't any rhyme or reason. When you go to different manufacturers, they make them different thicknesses, and it drives people insane because they figure out the sandwich for the Simon Says Stamp 3D embossing folders, and then they get another company's 3D embossing folders, and that sandwich doesn't work anymore. And it's usually just off a few millimeters, maybe 1 or 2 millimeters, not even that much, but it's enough that they're not getting a good impression. That's where this dial comes in. You can dial looser or tighter, okay? So once you figure out, you get it to your embossing folder, let's say 2D embossing. You do a 2D embossing. Let's say you just want your Swiss dot to be a little softer. You can dial it a little looser so it doesn't make too deep of an impression. But if you really want those Swiss dots to pop, you can dial it a little tighter and get a real deep embossing. So this is like, so, I don't know. I just love that you can do this with this machine. It's really exciting. Now, I did promise that I was going to show, I promised myself I was going to show you how to emboss a couple of things and cut a couple of things. So let's just take a look at this now. I'm going to open this up. Maybe I'll do it this way like I normally do with my regular machine, okay? A couple of things I want to show you because that's tight on there, right? Here are the plates. Now, this is going to be a little different than what you're used to. So you have a platform. This is your base platform, and that goes here, right? And then this is your cutting mat. So it's not clear. So when you put things down on this cutting mat, you're going to want to have a little bit of tape. I do it anyway because everything shifts around anyway. I use a little bit of the pixie tape whenever I'm putting a die down that I'm cutting out with with coordinating dies. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if it moves around. Then we have an adapter here for steel ruled dies, and I'm going to show you that, okay? So I like to do it backwards. You can do it whichever way you want to do, but I like to do it backwards. I like to put my cutting mat down, all right? And then let me get I should have cut up some cardstock. Let me see if I have some cardstock over here that I can use. Okay, I do. And I'm going to give you another little hint of something that's coming. So here is a beautiful green cardstock. And I'm going to put this down. Now, if you want to do it in the traditional way, you would lay your platform down. You would take your die and lay it blade side up. And you'll know, because it says right here, this is not a cutting surface. So you don't want to put your blade into this. And then you lay your cardstock on top and your cutting mat on top of that. And you got to make sure that it's dialed in to die cut. Okay. I just have it in the center, but if you want to make it a little tighter, you can. Now I want to show you how easy this goes through. I'm not even going to hold on to the machine. See, here's my other hand. And it comes through the other side and it's not popping out. You know how sometimes it makes that loud sound and Tom's headphones go all over the place? Well, it doesn't do that. So now let me get this out. You can see it's cut. Let me pull this out. Oh, I'm sorry. I have it set to the wrong dial. Let's try it again. Let's try it one more time, okay? I have it set to the wrong dial here. Okay. There we go. All right, we're going to do it again. I'm not going to tell you about this yet, but here we go. So we're going to lay this down on top. Oh, my goodness. There we go. And you guys, Kathy Zilski, Nancy McCabe, Jennifer McGuire, and Mindy Egan are all showing this machine. So I want you guys to be able to see their videos. We know that Nancy is doing an amazing thing. I am sorry. I think I did something wrong here. This is not what I wanted. Oh, it's because I turned it all the way up. Let me just show you what I did so you understand what I did. I turned it all the way up to loose. It was all the way up here, so I had it too loose. I have to have it back in the middle. All right, here we go. One more time. I have these all cut somewhere.
Kind of reminds me of getting a new bike. It's like, it takes a while to figure out.
Yeah, well, you have to actually have it on the right setting. So now I am going to turn that where it's supposed to be. And now we'll try it again. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Okay, now I can feel it. I can feel it. Cutting. Okay. There we go. Let's pop these all out. Yeah, you have to have it. Don't put it on the loosest setting. The loosest setting will be great if you just want a very light impression with your, can you see how beautiful that is? There we go. Oh, I love that. And look how crisp the cut looks. So you have to make sure we're learning together. It is a new machine, and I've been using it off camera, but I haven't been using it every day on my videos because I can't, because I was hiding it. You have to remember when you're doing this, I'm telling you, this thing sticks. You have to remember to have it tighter for intricate dies. If you're just cutting out a die like that's, you know, just an outline, you can go more in the center. When you have thinner lines and details, just tighten it up a little bit. Okay.
So Gina.
Yes.
You think you should take a minute and tell folks again the best way to order this, if you know, because it does qualify. We had a few questions. It does qualify for the incentive on its own, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it qualifies for the incentive all by itself.
Okay, and then it is not included. It has its own sale price that is separate from the 25%.
That's correct. This is not included in the sale price. This was a really expensive machine for us to have manufactured. So once we had it manufactured and then we paid the new 25% VAT tax that's been put into place that we didn't know about, we couldn't do this one at the full 25% off, but we did take $10 off, and we did do the free die set, and of course you would get the free incentive stamp set. So if you add all of that up together, it's about a $50 savings. So does that make sense, Tom?
It does.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to do a 2D embossing folder. This is our hearts folder, and I'm going to do it in a color so that you can see the color a little bit better. I'm just going to pop this piece of cardstock in here, and all I did was switch the dial to 2D embossing, and I'm going to use the same exact sandwich. I'm going to put my embossing folder with my cardstock in, and I'm going to put my same plate on top, and I'm going to run that through. I do have it a little tight.
Does that mat and the plates come with it?
Yes. You get all of these. You get all 3 plates, and you get the mat. And you can see how beautiful that embossed. Can you see the depth there? Is that too bright, Tom? Can they see that embossing?
I can see it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll zoom in a little bit just so that you can see that right there. Okay, now I was a little bit nervous because I don't do 3D embossing folders. I mean, like in my company yet. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to, but I wanted to make sure that this worked properly. And what I found was when you turn it to the 3D setting, I didn't even need the top plate. So I just took, this is a beautiful embossing folder by Simon Says Stamp. And I have a piece of cardstock here that I'm going to put into this. And I turned it to 3D, and I'm going to send it through just like this. No plate on top. Okay. And you can see that I've got that beautiful impression, that 3D impression. You can see all the detail on the back.
Hey, do we cover extra plates too?
We do have extra plates. Extra plates are available. I think, do I have those in here? I thought I brought them in. We do have extra plates for these available. And we also sell a silicone mat. And I'm not sure why they're not here with my stuff, but I will definitely show those to you in the future, but they are on our website. So you can get the extra plate if you want, but you're not going to need it. I mean, you know, this plate is a different material than the plastic, and it's going to last a really long time. It is a plastic, but it's a little bit more of like a, it feels more like a self-healing mat a little bit, although it doesn't really heal exactly the way a self-healing mat is. You can still see the lines in there. I would just say, as you use it, flip the plate back and forth as you use it, and it does stay kind of straight. Okay. All right. So we showed you 3D, 2D, all of that. Now, I wanted to show you this because I know some of you, this is like a tough one. These, remember these old Sizzix dies? A lot of school teachers have these. This is just a tag die that I had. And I just wanted to show you how to use these as well, okay? So you don't even need this platform. All you need is your cutting mat, okay? And then you need a piece of cardstock, and you're gonna lay your die right on top. And then that's where this extra plate comes in. This one says for steel ruled dies only. This is not a cutting surface. Now I would keep this right in the middle. I wouldn't go too tight on this one, but just put this on top. And you can send this through. You actually have to have it on die cutting, though, not 3D embossing. Okay. You have to remember that you're die cutting. So let's send this through. And there we go. There is the tag all cut out. So if you have a lot of these and you can't figure out your sandwich with your die cutting machine, this is really easy. All you need is your cutting plate. You always want to cut into the cutting plate no matter what. And then you just need this adapter instead of this adapter. So 3 plates will do everything. 2D, 3D, die cutting, you know, these steel ruled dies, all of it. Now, I also don't do the better press, and I also don't do hot foiling. But Nancy Stamps was so kind. I sent her everything, and I said to her, I really need to know if this is going to work with the better press and the glimmer, because so many people love that, and I understand it. It's beautiful, and a lot of people have hot foiling stuff. And Nancy said, no problem, Gina, I will test it. Like, I asked her, and she was like, I will test it now. She was so right on it for me. So Nancy, thank you so much for that. And she tested it. She kept sending me pictures, and she kept saying, beautiful, perfect, perfect. I love it. It's perfect. So thank you, Nancy, for testing those things, because I know a lot of our customers out there, along with loving their laminator foil, also love their hot foil, right? So we wanted to make sure that it was friendly with everything. And thanks to Nancy, we know that it is. Okay, so this die cutting machine is now available in our store at ginakdesigns.com. And like I said, if you order it by itself, you're going to get that extra incentive set, right? Because you'll get that. And then if you want to do your Black Friday shopping separately, you'll get another incentive set with your $75 or more purchase on that one. And also, don't forget, you're getting this $27 or $26.95 exclusive die set. This is called Let's Get Started, and it's got all kinds of cute things. I had a card made with it, and I gave it to Brian to photograph, and I don't know where I put it. He gave it back to me, and I don't know where I put it. So I will find that card, and we'll get it up, and I'll be using this die set now and then to show you some really cool things. But that's an exclusive one, and it only comes with the Intracut. I also want to let you know that we have retailers that are carrying the Intracut, and the free die set will be in the box. It won't be in the die cutting box. It's in the shipping box with the die cutting machine. So don't worry. Even if you buy it from one of your favorite retailers, you're still going to get that free die set. Okay. Oh, my goodness. We know that die set is only available with the purchase of the machine. Okay, now, whew, I'm so excited about this thing. Whenever I get the opportunity to die cut with it, like off camera, when I was doing the penguins, I cut all my penguins for my penguin video with it. And it's just so easy. And the thing you're going to notice is if you have arthritis or if you have shoulder issues, it's so easy to crank. It cranks like butter. I asked one of my favorite people, Shelly, who has had some hand issues and stuff. And I said, Shelly, will you test it for me here at work? Because she really, you know, I knew that she would be the right one. And she was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this. Because she was only, you know, thinking about an electric die cutting machine because of the issues that she was having. So good stuff. I think you're going to love it. If you've got any issues at all with dexterity or your hands or your shoulders, it's a breeze. It just cranks right through. And the plates don't shoot out across the room. They kind of stay intact. You're going to tweak it a little bit with that dial. You can dial in looser, dial in tighter, and you're going to find the perfect dial for you. Okay. So it weighs probably about, outside of the box, it probably weighs about 11 pounds. Inside the box with all the packing materials, it's got a manual in there. It's got all 3 plates in there, and that extra die set, about 14 pounds, 14 and a half pounds for the shipping. Okay. All right. So now before we go any further, I do want to show you our incentive set for tonight, because this is the cutest one ever. I love it so much. This is so trendy. If you're looking for, fun things to do. I don't know what's beeping, Tom. I think it's my pump. It's just telling me that I'm offline. All right, let's go to the overhead. I want to show them this cute little stamp set. This is our incentive set. It's called Best Friends Forever. And it's got like the cell phone, or this could also be a tablet. And then it's got a little bubble here where you can put in your little text messages, or you could put Best Friends Forever and you could put a text message up there or down here. It's got 6 little emojis that you can use. And it's also got a card and an envelope. So it's 2 ways to communicate, right? It's the newfangled way and the good old fashioned way for you to send cards and greetings to your friends. It also, you can order the extra die set that coordinates with it. And this is the one that you're going to get with your first order that you place over the Black Friday week and for this release. I love this one so much. You know I'm going to make a card with this. I have to make a card with this. I think this is perfect, like for your kids and your grandkids, and they're going to think you're so cool and trendy. And it actually, these emojis are real emojis that actually exist. The little cool shades and the little one with the hearts and the star eyes and all of that. So I think this is adorable. And this is yours free with any $75 purchase. If that set isn't showing right now, Sammy will get it showing, but I think it is showing. And then we have a second one that's brand new that I'm not going to show you. That's for if you place a second order, you're going to get it. It's beautiful. And I know you will love that as well. Okay, so that's Best Friends Forever, free incentive with 75 or more, and the die set that coordinates if you want to pick it up. Now, the next thing I want to show you is cardstock, because I showed you cut. Now I got to show you color. That was my little hint in our Facebook group. I said, will you guys see my new cut and color? A lot of people are like, I can't wait to see your new hair. Is it blonde? It's not my hair. It's the die cutting machine. And new color. So we've had several different colors of cardstock get discontinued because our mill could no longer make those colors. And the 6 absolute favorite ones that people were just so sad about, we actually found a mill and we did custom colors with this mill. And honestly, this was like one of the biggest investments we've ever made, other than the die cutting machine and the fuse, because you have to buy so much cardstock when you do custom colors. But these custom colors are absolutely gorgeous, and it's what you guys have been waiting for. So I can't wait to show you. Here it is. We've got Wild Wisteria. Yes, Wild Wisteria is back. Wild Wisteria. Jennifer McGuire's favorite, sweet corn. Jennifer always tells me she loves sweet corn. So sweet corn. Christmas pine is now back. Christmas pine. Plum punch is now back. Peach Bellini and Dusty Rose. And I wanted to show you something that you may not know about this cardstock or these colors. So our old cardstock in these colors were all what we called midweight. They weren't 100-pound cardstock. But because we decided to redo them with a new mill, now they're 100-pound. So you're going to find these are thicker than the old ones. They are the 100-pound that all of our other colors are. So now all of our colors are nice and thick. And I did want to show you that Wild Wisteria is actually a beautiful match to our light, medium, and dark lilac. So if you have the lilacs, this Wild Wisteria is a great coordinating color for that. And if you have the spruces, I'll show you here. If you have the spruces, our Christmas pine also is a great coordinating color for that. So we decided, we were thinking, when do we release the cardstock? And we thought, let's release it when everybody can get these new colors for 25% off. We think that's the right thing to do. Let you guys grab it at that discount price, and you can have all of these beautiful colors in your collection. No, we're not going to do any sample packs because our cardstock only comes in 10 sheets. Sample packs require lots of manual labor, and it would cost so much money because we have to pay people to sit and pick one color of each in order to pack it. And these, our new mill is pre-packing all of our cardstock for us. So we decided to do these in 10 packs because 10 packs just give you a little bit, just enough to maybe make, you know, up to 20 cards. But then if you're doing die cut pieces and stuff like that, it's just the perfect little taste of these colors. So I think you're going to love them. All right, now we do have a new color, a brand new color that we just launched. And this is a limited edition. This is called Christmas Red. And we have 3 different parts of this here. We've got, I got to find it here. We've got it in the 8.5 by 11 cardstock. We've got it in shortcut cardstock, which are like card bases, and we've got envelopes for this one. Now, I want to show you how this looks different than our other reds. I really love this one. It's just such a fun, light, pretty red, and I love it with jelly bean. It's just beautiful. And also, it's a great red for any time of the year. It doesn't have to be Christmas, but I want to show you. So here is our, this is our cherry red. Okay, this is our red hot. So you can see cherry red is a more deep blue red. Red hot is like a calypso red. It's got a little hint of orange in it. Here is our red velvet. And this is always the one that I've said is the most true red. It's just red, you know. This has orange, this has blue, this is just red, red. And then here is the new one. See how it's a lighter red? It's got like a little hint of pink in there. It's so pretty. And when you see them all together, you can see the difference in those colors. So I feel like this red, even though we're calling it Christmas red, it'll be great for Christmas, but it's also going to go into spring really nicely. So right now it's a limited edition, but if you guys really like this one, we may keep it going. So we'll see how it goes. But this is called Christmas Red, and I think you guys are going to love it. And it comes in the regular 8.5 by 11, the shortcut, and the envelopes. Okay. So if you're in the US, for everything else, shipping is free. Over $50. Free shipping anywhere in the USA, including Hawaii, Alaska, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, any United States territory in the world that's US, it will ship for free if it's over $50. We do have, for our Canadian friends, we have a flat rate shipping of $8.95 for everything. So even if your order costs us $70 to ship, which many of them do, you only get charged $8.95. Our international friends outside of Canada, once it has to go over an ocean or anywhere else in the world, it does cost us a lot more to ship. I mean, we've shipped a couple of stamp sets to Australia and a couple die sets in there, and it's $55. We only charge you a flat rate of $15.95. So our shipping rates are really good. I saw somebody asking about that. The intracut, though, has the surcharge on it. So we have to do that. There's no way around it. It would just, if we weren't able to add that shipping on there, and we're still paying a lot more shipping than you're being charged, but if we weren't able, just as an example, we weighed one die cutting machine to Australia, and the shipping was $169.97. That's how much it costs us to ship it. That's more than the machine. That's what it costs us. So we have to have these surcharges on there for shipping. It's just heavy, and shipping rates are just out of control. We try to keep our shipping low, and we're doing the very best that we can. But this one machine, we just couldn't do it. We did it with the fuse because the fuse is light, but we couldn't do it with this one. So, but I think it'll be worth it. You're going to love the machine so much. It's going to be your favorite purchase you ever made. So I promise you it is worth every penny of the shipping. Okay. So I'm going to show you a couple of things here by two illustrators that can't be with us tonight. And the first one is Beth Saleka, and I love her new set. This gorgeous new set is called Sunshine and Rainbows, and look at how pretty this is. It's a beautiful rainbow set that you can either stamp the full rainbow, and you can do whatever you want. You can color it, you can watercolor, Copics, colored pencils. You can do all of that, or you can stamp inside. These fit inside, so you can do two-step stamping. And this is such a beautiful set of encouragement, with things like, when it rains, look for rainbows, and you make me happy when skies are gray. Beautiful sentiments that you'll be able to read on our website. And then it's got a full die set that cuts out all of the images and all of the greetings. So for those of you that love those greeting dies, we did this, you know, all at the same time here. Oh, that's okay. Somebody who's works at the post office in Canada said shipping charges are based on fuel charges. We know, Nancy, we know. Don't worry about it. I mean, we're all in this together, and we're all doing the best we can, but we just want to make sure that we give you the best prices that we can and still actually be able to stay in business. So I hope you guys understand the die cutting machine did have to have that extra surcharge. But I do also want you to know that we have Canadian retailers who have purchased some. We have a UK retailer that purchased some. They're on the way. We also have some of our bigger box retailers here in the USA that purchased lots of them, pallets of them. And some of them may have different shipping rates, so check around. Okay, so this is the new Stamp and Die collection by Beth Saleka, and you can find it now at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New category. Now, I want to show you another one because my beautiful friend Hannah, oh, where'd her set go? Sorry, I should have had this in order. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. A lot of you love this one. Because we've never done, well, I think we do have a goldfinch somewhere, but this one is just so different. So this is called Glorious Goldfinch. And it's got this beautiful, these goldfinches here. It's got these words, your soul is golden. I love that. And happy golden birthday. For those of you, I didn't know what a golden birthday was until I moved out to Wisconsin, but a lot of people in the Midwest celebrate golden birthdays. And a golden birthday is the birthday that's the same as the date you were born. So my daughter Rena's birthday is on the 7th. So when she was 7, it was her golden birthday. Somebody else's birthday might be on the 28th. So their 28th birthday is their golden birthday. And so Hannah did a happy golden birthday. And I love that. And then it's got a full die set that cuts out all of the beautiful birds, the flowers and leaves, and the words, because I know you guys are loving that. And yes, the die cutting machine comes with the 3 plates. You get the die cutting machine, you get the 3 plates, you get the free die set and a manual in there. And then if you order it by itself, you're going to get that incentive set. And then if you place another order that equals $75, you're going to get a second incentive set. Okay, so that is Hannah's beautiful set. Now it is time for our illustrators. And I'm going to show you our first illustrator set. And I know you guys love, love, love Lisa Hetrick. And this is her beautiful set called Friendship Blooms. Look at this element. And it's got a die. It's got a die that cuts that out. So this is like a huge element for your cards. I am so excited about this one. It's a great background builder. You could do so much with it. And we are going to bring Lisa in, and she's going to tell you all about this set. She's going to tell you about her inspiration. She's going to show you beautiful samples. And Lisa, you know Lisa, she always has a fantastic idea sheet to share with you. So let's welcome Lisa to the program to show you her beautiful Friendship Blooms.
Hi, friends. It's Lisa Hetrick. Hi, Gina. Hi, Tom. Hello, everyone. Welcome to November's release party. I'm super excited to be here tonight. Thank you so much for inviting me into your homes. I have a brand new stamp set to share tonight called Friendship Blooms. I'm super excited about this one. I was super inspired by that project that I did over a year ago back there. So tonight's stamp set is super inspired by modern embroidery and patterns and graphic elements, and it's super, super fun. Let's dive in and take a peek at the stamp set. I'm going to walk you through all of the inspiration, all of the stamp set combinations, and let's just have some fun with it. Okay, let's take a look at the stamp set. This is Friendship Blooms, and this is the coordinating die set. I am going to walk through all of the elements in the stamp set, but you can see that this set is chock full of really interesting graphics that are embroidery inspired, but not super sewy, if that makes any sense. We've got this really great sentiment up here that's universal. Friendship is a flower that blooms all season. And I love that we're starting to do these with a lot of the sets in the Gina K collection. We've got dies that can help you cut out the sentiment. But here is the coordinating die set. There is a die for mostly every single element in here, with the exception of our line pieces. But I think this is my super, super, super favorite die. So this is an oval, the shape that works with the stitched oval. But look at this shape. It's universal. You're going to be able to use this over and over and over again with a lot of different things. And it just makes a really great background builder piece. So, and I'm going to share how I use that in some of the card inspiration. So let's go ahead and move this over. We're going to walk through the elements in the stamp set. Just kind of break this down so that you can take a peek at it. So here is that stitched oval, and this is a significant size for your A2 card. So it's really, really, again, a universal shape that you're going to go to over and over again, that you can work with the die or without the die. Here are the 2 Lazy Daisy inspired elements that are leafery elements, kind of like our leafery elements, but they're more graphic. So we've got this look of the line art and the solid, and then we also have the petal elements that are in the solid that you'll be able to do some 2-step stamping into those images. And you can see this is a builder piece that I use to build all of these pieces down here. And we've got all of the petal pieces, the Lazy Daisy petals, in 2 different sizes of solid and a line art. I've got some satin stitched pieces here, little circles, a hexagon, a circle, and a petal. And I also have this star that's kind of like satin stitched inspired as well. These pieces right here, I'm going to show you in the inspiration, all coordinate together to do two-step stamping and building a different graphic elements, which is super, super fun. I'm going to show you how we build a snowflake with these images. Super fun. All right, I've got these two line pieces so that are stitched looking. But the really interesting thing about these line pieces and these pieces right here is that you can use that notch space in between each of the stitched elements, and that becomes your graphic cue to line up your pieces. And I'm going to show you how that works in some card inspiration. I've got some other graphic elements over here, a little dot that you're going to see is super fun. As an element, an add-on an element like an embellishment. And we have these ribbon cabbage roses that are super inspired by this piece. Again, this piece that I stitched up with these silk ribbon cabbage roses. Totally inspired by that. Okay. We got that sentiment. Friendship is the flower that blooms all season. Really simple. What friend wouldn't love to get that card with that sentiment on it? And then we have these pattern builder pieces here. So these 4 elements, and there's also this piece right here. Let's pull that in for you. This piece right here that I showed just back here. So it's right here. So all 4 of these pieces to build these different graphic patterned element backgrounds. So here is our card inspiration for today. Loving this. Look at that oval. We've got that oval die. Super fun. Used it without the stitched element, but used it as my grounding element on this fresh asparagus to create my pattern piece, and did a little bit of pattern and cut that out, just have that come off the edge just to create a little bit of graphic interest. But imagine this color combination in a holiday color combination with a holiday sentiment. How fun would that be? Or fall or spring or summer. So the really, really cool thing about doing patterns, the really super cool thing about pattern elements and a lot of the stamp sets that are in the Gina K collection where you're building, you have so many opportunities to just change out the color combinations to create different looks. And in this one, I used the blue spruce, the dark spruce from the Spruce line of inks. I used them with Tranquil teal just to kind of create this really fun background against the fresh asparagus. And I've got that sentiment, I've been thinking of you, that is in the new incentive set. Love this card. Okay, let's move on. I could talk about that card forever. Now, this card might be my favorite. This one is super inspired by like a modern embroidery piece, and I can even see myself stitching this one up. I used the stitched oval, and I just kind of nested it together to create this really interesting background. I've got my cabbage roses here. I've got my lazy daisy stitches just kind of going around. And the really beautiful thing about the arc in those lazy daisy stitches is that they will nest really nicely around the bottom of the oval and the die. They're arced so that they'll nest really nicely around them. And then added in these satin stitched elements to just kind of create this little flower cluster, dropped in the little dots just to create a little bit more whimsy to it. Super fun. Okay, now I couldn't not do a holiday card with the Lazy Daisy stitched pieces, because this is These look very much like holiday boughs, and they're really, really just a lot of fun to work with. And I paired it up with one of the brand new stamp sets that are coming out tonight with some snowflakes just to create this super fun holiday look. Okay, this card is graphic inspired. It's got a lot of different the satin stitch star elements, and I used pieces to kind of just create this leafery look and feel that's wrapped around the friendship is a flower that blooms all season. So this is just kind of a fun card. It's got a little touch of whimsy to it. Changed it up with some of the greens, jelly bean green, tranquil teal. Add a little bit of that cherry red for a pop of color, pop of modern color, just to give this a fun look. Okay, I think that this card is my favorite. I think it's my favorite. We've got that oval piece with the stitch. I've got the lazy daisy stitches going in here. I've got the little star here, and it just really, really looks like a modern stitched piece, a modern embroidery piece on the top of a card here, and I just love it. All right, here is that snowflake idea I was telling you. This has kind of like a Nordic feel to it, which is really super fun. But I've got the satin stitch leafery here, and I'm showing you that line and the notched pieces in the line, in the stitch line, will help you line up those elements so that you can create and build this snowflake kind of look. And as with all of my stamp sets, I have a brand new card inspiration sheet for Friendship Blooms. You can see I also did another card that with floral. I did a couple in here with the elements coming together to create that snowflake look. I created these two cards to show you just some other options for patterns and some really fun elements. Just really fun card ideas. This is a really great universal set for building different kinds of looks, different kinds of graphic looks for your stamp set. Thank you so much for joining me as I shared this brand new stamp set called Friendship Blooms. I'm super excited. You can find this stamp set now at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New section. I'm super excited to share some more inspiration with you. I will not be going live this week because it's Thanksgiving and we are hosting our family and friends, but I will be going live next week. I will make sure that I post that in the Gina K Designs group. And if you're on my email list, you'll get that right into your inbox. I'm really excited to share how I'm going to mash this stamp set up to create some holiday inspired projects over the next few weeks and some other projects too. Okay, friends, thank you so much for having me into your homes tonight. It's a really fantastic release tonight. You're going to have so much fun. So sit back, have a cup of tea or coffee or fruit salad, and enjoy your evening. Thanks again. Bye now.
Lisa, your cards are absolutely gorgeous, just like they always are. Lisa Hetrick's brand new Friendship Blooms stamp set is now available in the What's New category, and that die set is perfect. I love that stitched element. I'm so excited about what we can do with that. And Lisa, thank you for all of your inspiration and that beautiful inspiration sheet that our friends can download for free. You can find that in the files section over in our Facebook group, and you can also find it on Lisa's website. All right. Well, somebody had asked if Glimmer Mist was part of the sale. I just texted Sammy. There was a little glitch on that product. She fixed it. So Glimmer Mist is part of the sale. So if you want Glimmer Mist, that's 25% off too. Okay. Well, now we have our next illustrator waiting in the wings, and I want to show you her gorgeous set and tell you a little bit about it. This is the beautiful Sending You a Smile by Arjita Singh. And look at the size of these images. These are perfect for fancy folds. They are great when you just want to do a single layer card for those of you that love to color, or maybe for those of you that love embossing and then doing watercolor on top. Absolutely stunning. And I love all the detail that Arjita added to these because it creates a lot of shading and it helps you know where to shade. Now, this, I have the wrong die set here. I grabbed the glorious Gosh, I'm disorganized tonight. I'm all disheveled. Where did I put it, Tom? Remember we just ran in the back looking for it because we didn't have it? Oh, man. Well, all right. Well, it has a beautiful die set that coordinates with it. And the die cuts out the word smile. So then you can use these with our strip sentiment dies, and you can create beautiful two-piece greetings with this. It's absolutely a beautiful set. And when you see what our Gina made, she sent me pictures for cards, and I almost fell over. So you guys have to see what she's going to show you tonight. Let's welcome her to the program. Welcome, Arjita Singh.
Hi guys, Arjita here. Welcome to Gina K Designs November 2023 release party, and I am so excited to share the brand new stamp set I have for you. It is full of beautiful sentiments and a beautiful floral cluster. The flowers are big in size so that you can easily do so many techniques and color them very easily. This stamp set also has coordinating dies with which you can cut the big cluster, the individual cluster, and the sentiment word smile. So the stamp set is called Sending You Smile, and this is the stamp set. I love it. And these are the two big flowers in one cluster, and here is the individual flower facing in the opposite direction. You can just create a little mask here and increase the length of your bouquet cluster. And there are so many other options which you can do. So this has a little thicker line work, which will be perfect for all your embossing techniques as well. And I just had a wonderful time using this. And I created a few cards for you all, which I'll be sharing in a bit. So here is the die, and it would cut all the three major elements of this stamp set. So I hope you will like this stamp set as much as I did. And let me now just flip the camera and share all the card projects I made using Sending You Smile stamp set. So here is the stamp set, Sending You a Smile. And these are the sentiments which are so beautiful. I love your smile. It's your birthday. Smile, it's your birthday. You make me smile. Sending you a smile. Your smile brightens my day. Your smile makes me happy. I miss your smile. There's so many which you can mix and match and create customized sentiments for your dear ones. So these are the dies, and this will make your card making so much easier and opens up more techniques when you have such dies. So you can create gatefold cards using this, partial die cutting, and so many more. So these are the three dies which you can use, and they would cut out everything which you would require. So I will just keep this aside and show you the cards I created. So this is the first card. I used both the stamp sets in this card, stamped them on the edges, and then colored it with Copic markers. So for the background, I filled it with the Copic marker in the shade T9, and then stamped and heat embossed this little sentiment directly on the card front. For the flower centers, I used this product called Flakes, and just love the effect it created. So this is the next card. I had a lovely time creating this. This is my style. I love no-line watercoloring. And for this, I used Arches cold press watercolor paper, stamped it with a light colored ink, and then used my Daniel Smith watercolors to create this no-line watercolor. And I stamped the sentiment in black. It says, "It's your birthday, smile." So this is the next card. And for this, I use the entire big cluster and use the die to cut it out. It is Copic coloring, and I used one of the Gina K Designs Swiss Dots embossing folder and used the die to cut the word smile as well. So this is a beautiful, simple, quick Copic coloring, and I hope you liked it. So this is the next card, and for this I again did some Copic coloring, and this is the single flower from the stamp set, and I heat embossed the sentiment using this Gina K Designs and Brutus Munro embossing powder, which matches my Copic markers perfectly. And for the layer, I use this very interesting cover plate die, which is part of today's release by Gina K Designs. And it just makes the card more elegant and elevated. So this is the next card, a square, pretty simple card. For this, I used a very different color combination of browns and then added some liquid leafing on the edges to make it shine and pop. Finished it with a simple smile and I totally love it. So here is the last card, and for this I did some heat embossing. I used the white embossing powder, the Swiss Dots embossing folder by Gina K Designs. I colored it using some watercolor brush pens for the vibrant and easy coloring. I heat embossed the sentiment in white and it says, I love your smile. So these were the cards I created using Sending You Smile stamp set, which is now available at ginakdesigns.com. I hope you liked all the cards I created, and I will be sharing all the close-up shots and pictures on my social media. Do follow me there. And whenever you create anything using my stamps, do not forget to tag me. And here is my handle, where you can find more of my card projects. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much, Gina and Tom, for having me, and we wish you all have a wonderful evening ahead. See you soon. Bye-bye. Take care.
Arjita, when I see the cards and the way that you color, you blow my mind. Oh my goodness, those cards were gorgeous. And Arjita's new set is so beautiful, and she draws and makes it easy for us to achieve beautiful results too. So the new Sending You a Smile stamp and die collection is now available in the What's New category at Gina K Designs. And thank you, Arjita, for sharing your beautiful cards with us. Now, I do want to just stop for a second and post another reminder that Kathy Zilski, Mindy Egan, Jennifer McGuire, Nancy McCabe have all done videos showing off the die cutting machine. I don't know if they all have them up already, but definitely check them out because they're showing more extensive unboxing videos and talking a little bit more about the machines. So definitely check out their videos too, because they've got some great information for you. And then don't forget to check out our Facebook group and Instagram, because our Facebook group and Instagram is just filled with gorgeous samples using all of the new sets from our wonderful guest designers. So check those out too. Our Facebook group is Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends. All you have to do is search that, join the group, make sure you answer the questions and agree to the rules, and we will let you right in so you can enjoy all the inspiration. I did see a couple of questions that I'm going to tackle real quickly. One question was about the extra die plates and the silicone mat and things like that for the new Intracut machine. So I did want to show those to you because I found them. Here they are. This is what they look like. This is the silicone mat. So the silicone mat, if you wanted to purchase this as a separate purchase, you can. This is the only thing that doesn't come inside the kit, inside the machine. And that's because this is an extra just for doing some of those cool embossing techniques where you emboss with your stencils and things like that. Now, not everybody likes to do those, so this might just be an extra for you technique-y people that love some of that stuff. And I will be doing some demos to show you how to do that and turn all of your stencils into embossing folders with the silicone mat. And then this is what the extra cutting mat looks like. Easy to pick up if you need one. But again, I don't think this is something you're going to need very quickly because this mat, I'm still on my very first mat. I've been using it for a very long time, since the summer. And I've been doing all of my off-screen die cutting with the new machine because it's so easy and so easy on my hands and my shoulder. And my mat is still going strong. Okay. Let's see. Well, we have usual, if anything goes wrong with the machine, just let us know. We'll have to put something up on the site in writing about our warranty. But, if anything is wrong with the machine when you get it, it's not working properly, just call us. That's the great thing about, shopping with small businesses. You can actually dial a phone number and call and talk to a customer service person, and they're going to be willing to help you. We have 3 customer service people that work our phones every day, Monday through Friday. So you can always call. Our customer service phone number is right at the top of our website. You can find us easily, or you can shoot them an email if you have any additional questions. Okay, now we have our next illustrator waiting in the wings. And this is a set that people have been bugging Debbie to do for the longest time. People loved her first set that she did this way, and this is just an extension of that, and she's going to tell you more about it. But let's take a look at it. This is called Handmade Holidays, but don't be deceived. This has not a whole lot to do with Christmas, maybe just a little Christmas, a little holiday, a little Hanukkah, but all the other holidays that are coming up throughout the year with Easter and St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, just it's filled with a little bit of everything. And then it's got a full die set to cut all of these gorgeous greetings out. I love the font that Debbie used for this. It's clean, it's simple. It works with just about any style of image. And then she's also done some really cute things for your envelope and also for the backs of your cards. So she's going to tell you all about this set and show you some beautiful samples. So let's welcome her to the program. Welcome, Deborah Warner.
Hi, Gina. Hi, Tom. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our November 2023 release party. I have a stamp set tonight that I'm going to share with you that is related to a stamp set I released previously. Do you remember Positive Greetings? This stamp set got great reviews because of that beautiful font, and I had a lot of people reach out and say they'd love to see that font on other stamp sets. So I created Handmade Holidays. I have listed 11 common holidays for greetings for the front of your card, and then 4 images and 2 little hearts that can be used on tags for handmade gifts, on the back of your card, on your envelope. I have lots of samples behind me that I will share with you. The holidays I've included are Happy St. Patrick's Day, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Father's Day, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Halloween, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy Easter. So most of the common U.S. holidays are on here. I want to show you a little closer some of the samples that I made. So let's get into it. I created this stamp for your envelopes, handmade card enclosed. I love it, and I think it's the star of the show. I hope you enjoy it as well. Handmade with Love is a versatile stamp that can be used on envelopes, the back of your cards, or to make tags. I purposely left the heart open, so if you wanted to sign your name, like I did in my card example, you could do so. I used Master Layouts 8 to make the Christmas tag in red and greens, and I paired the stamp with my kitchen tags for the muffin tag. The Handmade Just for You is also a versatile stamp. It does have a coordinating die and can be used on your envelopes. It can be used on the back of your cards. And again, it can be used to make tags. I did use Master Layouts 13 rectangles to make that craft and dark chocolate tag. I designed the handmade card stamp to be used on your envelopes or the back of your cards. In one of my examples, you can see I did pair it with my personal handmade Deborah Warner stamp. I made a few card samples as well using the greetings, and this one is a Happy Thanksgiving card. I did use Master Layouts 4 for that scalloped panel, and I used the skeleton leaf stamp and die set. My cardstock colors are prickly pear, edible eggplant, and ivory. My inks for the leaves are prickly pear, edible eggplant, honey mustard, tomato soup, fresh asparagus, warm cocoa. I used gold embossing powder for my greeting and added some gold sequins. All of the holiday greetings do come with a coordinating die. On this Happy New Year card, I did use some fuse action with our polyglaze in celebration. I did use the rainbow deco foil for this. My cardstock is blue raspberry, and I did add some gold pearls. On this Christmas card, I used Argita's beautiful poinsettia background stamp set. I did stamp it in soft stone and then I colored it with my Prisma colored pencils. My cardstock colors are grass green and red hot. I did stamp Merry Christmas in red hot and then I clear embossed on top of that. On this full front shaker card, my cardstock colors are white and ocean mist. I did the letterpress technique in ocean mist with our snowflake stencil. I did color my snowman and tree with colored pencils and Gamsol. For my shaker bits, I used our clear quartz sequins and some chunky glitter I had in my stash. And my greeting is in red velvet and then clear embossed on top of that. I hope you enjoyed my samples. As always, I like to share what was my favorite. For cards, it was definitely the full front shaker. I really have been getting into doing those and just love them and know who's going to get this card for the holidays. And I really do like this stamp for the back of your envelope. I don't know. We're all card makers. It's our craft. We love to share our cards with people. And I think that's really kind of a neat greeting for the back of your envelope or the front of your envelope, I guess. And then this little tag I made, I just wanted to show you that it's reversible. I just did it twice, one in red and one in green. And I'm going to put that on a gift I made for friends. So anyway, thanks so much for joining us. Please share your work. I love to see what you do with our stamp sets. And I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, whether you celebrate or not. Happy Thanksgiving. We are so thankful that you are here. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye-bye.
Wow, Debbie, that was an amazing presentation. So many gorgeous cards. And I love how your new set is it's just perfect for all different styles of art. You know, that's one of those stamp sets that just stays on your desk all the time, right? You never want to put it away because you know you're going to use it and you can get a jump start on the next holiday. I love it. And when you mix and match that set with all of Debbie's inside greetings, her on the inside set, oh my goodness, they all work so beautifully together. And of course, Debbie didn't disappoint. She added her tag in there too. So thanks for joining us tonight, Debbie. And your new set right here it's this beautiful handmade holidays, and the coordinating die set is now available at ginakdesigns.com in the What's New category. Now, before we get to our final guest, and then I have some more fun things to show you, I just wanted to, if you have a second to dig up that coupon again, not the coupon, but the sale ad. I just wanted to reiterate one more time about the sale and how it works. And also to let you guys know that we've got 4,200 people here, and the questions are coming in from 4 different areas of the internet: YouTube, Facebook group, Facebook page, Twitch. And we know we're not getting to all of your questions. We're doing the best that we can, but we're trying to get to as many of them as we can. But as far as the sale goes, take a look at the sales graphic. It's also on the homepage. It's 25% off everything in the store except our clearance category, our doorbusters, the intricate die cutting machine and products, and the gift cards. So all of those things are already marked down. They are at a sale price. The intricate die cutting machine is $149.95. You're already saving $10 on that one. That one, we don't have a lot of room on that machine to go any lower. The clearance is super discounted. Doorbusters are super discounted, and gift cards, we never do coupons on gift cards because that's just, it's kind of like you're giving them a gift and then they can use a coupon or something that they have going when they get the gift. So I hope that makes sense. Somebody else asked about magnetic dies. I'm not sure what magnetic dies are. I think all dies are magnetic because they all fit on the magnetic boards. So, it uses magnetic dies or dies like that with no problem at all. I know that there are some magnetic platforms out there. I haven't tried them, so I don't know if they will fit. So that will be something that I will have to investigate. And if I find out that a magnetic platform works, I will let you know. The other thing is we did have Sammy. She's updating the product, the Intricut product with our warranty. We looked up exactly what we had listed for that, and it is a 3-month warranty against any manufacturing defects. So within the first 3 months, you're going to know if something on that machine is not working properly. You can get in touch with us. We will either replace it or we will refund you. But you shouldn't have any problem because it's a pretty great machine, and we've sent quite a few of them out and people are really enjoying them. So let's see. It is time now for the one and only Melanie Menschinger, and she has a really interesting set for you. I love this set because it coordinates with her beautiful baskets. Let's take a look at it here. This is the Beautiful Baskets 2 stamp set, and Melanie has done this with floral sets, and she's done it again with this, where these fit inside the original basket set, and they create sort of a 2-step stamping. Now, the original basket set, Beautiful Baskets, has a die set that coordinates with it. If you already have that die set, you already have all you need to cut out the baskets. But we did an add-on die set called Beautiful Baskets 2 to cut out all the new floral elements and the greeting, because we know you love those greetings getting cut out. So we did that as an add-on set. So you can pick up the add-on set, or if you don't want the add-on die set, you can just use this one with the original die set and her first stamp set to do 2-step stamping. So I'm going to let her show you all of the amazing cards that she's made. You know you love her. Let's welcome her to the show, Melanie Menschinger.
Hey everyone, Melanie Menschinger here. I'm so excited to be joining you. Thank you so much for coming to our November release party so I can share my newest set from Gina Designs with you, Beautiful Baskets 2. Beautiful Baskets 2 is a new bold and line art set that coordinates with my previous Beautiful Basket set and the companion Beautiful Basket editions. So now you have bold images of those 3 beautiful baskets from the first set. This is going to allow you to just stamp them in any color you want very quickly, or emboss them. Or if you have both sets, you can just fill in that first line art basket with these new bold baskets. I've also pulled the 3 seasonal flowers, the sunflowers, the poinsettias, and the tulips from these arrangements so that you have a line art and a bold image of each. This is going to allow you to create small elements, borders, collage backgrounds, and you can do any and every stamping technique that there is because you've got line art and bold images in the one set. It's going to be so versatile, it's so fun, and it's going to make really quick cards being able to use your ink pads with these bold images. Let me go right into these samples. Also, just to tell you really quickly, there's a little mini set of dies for this one. Gina might have already shown you that, but if you have the previous Beautiful Baskets set of dies, you already have dies for those 3 baskets. So these new little dies that you have, that's going to cut out every single flower, floral, leaf, stem element, and that new Celebrate greeting. So fun. So let's jump right into the samples. So the first one that I have here is a Christmas card. So I'm using one of the baskets that's inked up in the warm cocoa. And you can see just with that one stamp, you've got all that beautiful texture and detail in the basket without having to do any coloring of your own. Then I have used both the line art and the bold poinsettia image to, first of all, create that coordinating background paper. Love that. And then I've used the red velvet and the bubblegum ink to just stamp different little poinsettias in the background there. And then one of the line art ones, I've die cut that and put that in the front for my focal point. Because I have the separate little leaf element there, I'm able to just tuck in little pops of the grass green. And so that just makes such a colorful arrangement very quickly. The next card that I want to show you, I don't have any happy Thanksgiving greetings that I use since it's in just a couple days. I can't wait to tell you what I'm thankful for at the end of this video. But with these individual stems, leaves, and flowers, you can make a big custom arrangement like this. So it was so fun just arranging the different bold images, then stamping the line art flower over that and a light or a dark brown just to really make those centers pop. And so you can see all the individual petals. And then by tucking in some of the stems and those leaves in the grass green. And this is with the dark chocolate ink on craft cardstock. And I've used the master layout dies here for that. And then just a little raffia. That's always so nice in the fall. The next one, this is another sunflower card that I did using the second basket in that set. And so I used a technique on here called the rock and roll technique. And what we do here is we just ink the basket up in a light color. This is our craft ink. And then we rock and roll just the bottom edge of that stamp along the pad before stamping, and then press it onto our paper. And you can see you have that beautiful shadow there, and you see all of that gorgeous texture in the basket. I popped up a few die cut little line art sunflowers. I love how this one gives kind of a side view, so they're not all front facing, and that gives a very realistic look when you're creating your arrangements of flowers. And then I've tucked in some of those little kindness silhouette stems and leaves there. That's from the incentive set this month. And then one of the greetings, the little I've been thinking about you. So I love mixing those two sets together. Isn't that pretty? I love putting bold sets or bold images, excuse me, with line art images on a card. The next one that I want to show you, this is the third basket from this set, and I have got this inked up. First of all, in the soft stone, I rolled the bottom of it in our stormy sky and then stamped it on there. I used some images and a greeting from Gina's new vintage holiday set. So I put in some of those little pine branches with the bird. I just thought that was so cute, and a greeting. And then I took the little bow from my coordinating basket edition set and just popped that up there. So I thought that was just such a fun little arrangement to make for Christmas. The next one I want to show you is a very simple card, and this is using one of Debbie Warner's new greetings from her Handmade Holidays set. So I've got a Happy Mother's Day card here, and then I just use an embossing folder here at the top. But this is such a nice way to use those tiny little floral elements just to bring your eye down to the bottom of that card and just to really embellish that greeting with some tiny little flowers. So it's so petite and dainty, but not a lot is needed here. I love this clean and simple card with the tulips. And that is with the grass green and the wild lilac ink, little bit of white gel pen for the seeds, and then I just drew a little shadow under each one. The next card, I used the tulips again. And you can see how I made this card in a previous video that I did with my Fabulous Flowers set, but you can ink up and stamp repeatedly the stems and then those long tulip leaves in the grass green and the fresh asparagus ink. And then you can add in the individual bold tulips there. Those are in the wild lilac, lovely lavender, and then the red velvet and the innocent pink ink. The next one, I love how you can put mixed bouquets in here. So in my basket edition set, I had just sunflowers, just poinsettias, and just tulips together in those three arrangements. But now, since you have them all separated out, you can put some different sunflowers and tulips together and really create a tall, a wide, a round arrangement, whatever you want to do. I used a greeting and then this beautiful kind of capsule shaped frame stamp from Lisa's new Friendship Bloom set, which I love. And so it's just perfect for framing up this arrangement. So the leaves are done with the bold images and the greens, but then I chose to do some coloring with some colored pencils on these sunflowers and tulips. So fun. The next card that I want to show you, I love how when you have individual flowers, you can put them on any stems or branches that you have in your collection. So I decided to use Lisa Hetrick's Friendship Bloom set again to make this very homespun looking Christmas card. So I stamped some of her fun stems here, two-step stamped in the leaves, and then added some of my poinsettias. Here is one of Debbie's greetings from that Handmade Holidays set. And then I've used that capsule frame again, and then some of those little diamonds. So just so fun putting this card together. And then on the craft paper, I thought it would be really fun to dip into my button stash and embellish these poinsettias. Since they're round, they work really well with any buttons that you have. Here's one more button card. And again, this is a 2-step stamp. So having the individual flower elements is going to allow you to use a lot of different colors and a lot of different ink pads. So I've got these stamped in the pink, a teal, and then a yellow. And then I went back over it and stamped the line art of a jelly bean green, the coral reef, and then that teal. And then just using some non-traditional colors here, using some blues there for those leaves. You don't always have to go with green. And then I've got the Love You Always. Those are from my Beautiful Basket Edition set. And then I use the buttons again. But just something fun that would work for a friendship or a birthday card. Also, you can stamp the line art image first if that's easier for you, and then fill it in with that coordinating bold image of the sunflower stamp. The final one that I want to show you today, but I got so many other ideas for this set. We have a beautiful poinsettia in that same vintage holiday set of Gina's that I showed earlier. So you have this large poinsettia, coordinates perfectly with the small ones. So these are really fun to mix and match to make borders or arrangements on your cards. So I've just got 3 stamped out there with one of her greetings. I stamped her little branches in the grass green ink, but then I've got the flowers all stamped with her jet black. And then I've colored these with alcohol markers. And then just embellished them a little bit with a white gel pen in the centers and some of her sequins, or excuse me, rhinestones. And that's on red velvet paper. So fun. Love this set. And I love working for Gina K Designs. It's been 16 years now. I can't believe it. We are going into 2024. What I am most thankful for every year for my family, for Jesus, and for being able to work for Gina K Designs and create artwork for all of you is just been one of the biggest blessings in my life to just be able to share my artwork with people, help support my family, and then have this wonderful community. So anyway, so I just had to say that because it's so fun that we're having a release right before Thanksgiving. I love you. I really do. I love you. So anyway, have fun tonight at the party. I can't wait to see everybody's samples. Wow.
Melanie, your cards were fantastic. As usual, Melanie always blows us away with what she makes. And I absolutely love this new set. Now, Melanie usually has a video or something like that, so she'll probably have a video coming up soon for you. She usually has idea sheets and stuff. So, you know, check out our files section for some of Melanie's original baskets idea sheets that can be used with this one, and you can mix and match the new flowers in with all of her beautiful things. She just creates the most interesting stamp sets, how they all coordinate together, and it just stretches your supplies. So much fun. So Tom, hey.
Okay, so little breather here, but we just got a comment in you have to see. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of hilarious too.
Oh no.
Okay?
Yeah. Oh no, Barbara. You burned the chicken? Well, Barbara, your comment wins the night. I heard Tom laughing over there. I'm like, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? And he kept saying, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. So Barbara, you're going to win a $10 gift certificate tonight. So Barbara, send your name and information over to info@GinaKDesigns.com and let them know you burned your chicken and Gina gave you $10 to replace it. Okay.
Not that we want to encourage that kind of situation.
No, we don't want anybody to burn their food. Oh my gosh, that made me laugh so hard, but I feel so bad that you burned your dinner watching. Okay, well, now it's time to show you some of my products that I have here. So let me get my little box of tricks here. The first thing that I want to show you is a brand new stamp and die set called Vintage Holiday. Now this one was a stamp and die set that I created for the SCT, that's Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine's holiday event. I was part of their holiday event that happened last weekend, and we made some cards with these. And these coordinated really nicely with another brand new product called the shaker tags. And I made several projects here that I want to show you with the vintage holiday die set, and the shaker tags. You know, over the summer, we came out with that vintage summer stamp and die set, and you guys really, really loved the vintage style. And you all said you wanted a little bit of vintage in your collection. And I thought for sure we had to do something for the holidays. And hey, it's not even Thanksgiving yet, right? It's almost Thanksgiving, but I make a lot of projects after Thanksgiving for the holidays. So this is going to be great to make tags, and it's also going to be great to make cards for those of you that get an early start for next year. So I want to show you a couple that I made. I made this card here, and I want to show you, see all the shaker mix in there? I made this by using just this big shaker tag right here, this tag right here, and I cut a window out of this kind of shiplap background that I made, and I created a shaker card out of it. And I'm going to be doing a video on shaker cards very soon, so we'll be making some together. So this is one card that I made, and I used the poinsettia, and I used some of the little greenery and the little bird. So that's one card that I made. Then I also used the tag element here, but I thought it would be really fun, instead of just making a tag, you know how we use ovals and circles for our focal images? Well, I thought I would use the tag as a focal image, and I made this card. So see how you can use the tag as part of the card instead of an oval or a rectangle. You can jazz it up a little bit. And I stamped the tree on the inside, so it looks like the snowman is outside in the cold, and he's looking in at that warm Christmas tree through that little tag window. Isn't that fun? I just love that. And I'll also show you the difference when I make some cards. I'll show you some cards in the future, the difference between doing like a shiplap wood grain and a beadboard wood grain. It's two different ways to do it, but it's really fun. So those are two cards that I made with this collection. And then I couldn't pass up making a tag. So I did make a little shaker tag here out of some jelly bean green. And I just stamped the little pine, this little pine element in here, added some shaker stuff inside, and the little snowman. And I cut two tags out. And then here I have a little pocket, a little opening. So I cut a third tag and just sealed it around the edges so that you could slip a gift card or some money in there and make it a little tag that's also a gift. So I wanted to show you those made out of our brand new vintage holiday stamp and die collection and the new shaker tags die set. All right, so now I have another stamp set that I designed this for my friend Jen Shirkus. She just did a big event, Crop on the Cape. She has a big event a couple times a year, and they're amazing. She has well over 300 people. It is just an amazing event. And she asked me this year to design a specific stamp and die collection for her. So I designed this, and her event is now over. So we are releasing it, and it's called Snow Much Love. Now, what I love about this, when I talked to Jen, she said, don't make it holiday-ish, but I love snowflakes. And so we did a snowflake set that, except for this tiny holiday wishes, everything else is winter oriented. So you can use these big, gorgeous snowflakes to stamp and color and emboss and watercolor. And then you can make winter cards. So these could be beautiful backgrounds. You could cut the snowflakes out as focal images, and then you can cut every single one of these greetings with this souped up die set that we did called Snow Much Love that matches. And I'm going to be using this tonight because I'm going to make a little project for you tonight. I know, right? It's like you haven't been here long enough, but why not? I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use something else. But before we get to the something else, let me put this aside. I want to show you another die set It's not a die set, but it's a gorgeous cover plate. We haven't done cover plates in a while, and I really wanted to get a new one out, and look at this one. This is called the Crescent Mandala. This is beautiful for the holidays. It's beautiful for any time of the year. And you can do this where you do just some ink blending behind it. You can do this so that you paper piece inside and make it look more like a stained glass window. And it also works on the horizontal. It's beautiful, almost like a sunshine on the horizontal. You can also have it coming down from the top of your card, and you can use it sideways. Now, all of our small cover plates coordinate with our Master Layouts 2 die set. So you can also use that larger die to create a shadow layer behind it. So this one is now available. I can't wait. I think Mindy Egan did a gorgeous card with this in her die cutting video, and you'll be able to see her die cut this and her gorgeous card that she made with it. She did a rainbow thing that's spectacular. So make sure you watch her video on this one. And you got to watch Kathy Zilski's video, because I know she made something with this. So, you know, Kathy did this. I showed you Vintage Holiday. Mindy did this. So I'm going to show you stenciling tonight with our new stencil set, and I can't wait. But before I show you that, I have to show you this, because you guys are waiting for this, and I sneak peeked this on my live video that I did with Jennifer McGuire over on her channel. It's finally here. We have white polyglaze sheets. These are half of a sheet of cardstock. So these are 5.5 by 8.5. And these are solid coated with white polyglaze. Well, polyglaze, it's white because the cardstock is white, but it's that polyglaze coating on there. And you can now do all of your negative foiling the way you do with the black toner sheets. Now you can also do them with white polyglaze. So I know this is going to fly, you guys. And at 25% off, now is the time to get it. These are going to make great use of all of those beautiful background pieces. When you peel off your foil, you can use that negative piece. And now instead of black coming through, you can also have white coming through. So white polyglaze sheets, there's 5 sheets in here, which is enough to give you 10 cards. Or you can, you know, divide it up and use them for strips and things like that. But I'm telling you, you guys, this has been long overdue, and everybody's been begging us to do this. We did it. We tested it. And Nancy is going to show you a lot about this. She did a ton of testing on this. She knows exactly how to use it with the fuse, with the Mink, with your laminator. So Nancy McCabe has a great video. She's got 4 videos coming out this week, I think, using some of this stuff. So it's going to be so much fun to watch her videos too. So check out her channel, because she's got a new video up as well. And Jennifer McGuire has a new video. So check out everybody's videos. Now, my daughter Alicia, I saved the best for last, my baby. She designed the most gorgeous layering stencil ever. And in this time where everything seems to be so chaotic and so frustrating and so scary in the world, she created a beautiful layered lotus for us, which is the symbol of peace. And look at this gorgeous stencil. I cannot wait to use this tonight. I'm going to make a card for you, and I'm going to mix it with one of the dies from the Snow Much Love, because all of these are gorgeous sayings. You warm my heart. Hello, sweet friend, you know, sending you a warm winter hug. You could use that on any kind of card. It is winter. We're going into winter, so you can send that. Warm birthday wishes. That works any time of the year, even in the summer, because it's warm. So I'm going to be using probably the Hello, Sweet Friend, and I'm going to make a card for you tonight using this gorgeous 3-piece layering stencil set. Oh, I love this one. And again, you know, we really talked about, well, do we do all of our new release with the Black Friday sale? And I'm so glad that we can offer all of these things to you this week at 25% off, because 25% off is a lot. It's the biggest sale that we've done in 2 years. Can you believe it? Last Black Friday, we did not do 20% off. We did 20% off. This is the biggest sale we've done in 2 years. 25% is the highest we go. And we decided to do it this year. just because it felt right to do. So grab the things that you want, that you're excited about, because you're going to have tons and tons of fun working with these products. All right, so I am going to start with a piece of white cardstock, and I'm going to cut it down to 3 3/4 of an inch. Well, I'm going to cut it first in half because I never like to waste a sheet of cardstock, and it could be a card base. Okay, so Tom, I see some questions there. Can you die cut from polyglaze and foil it? You absolutely can. But what I suggest you do is that you cut your piece of polyglaze about the size of the die and foil it first. Then go back and die cut it, because the die will press into it and make little dents and stuff. Okay, so make sure that you foil first and die cut second. Now I'm going to cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And we are going to, in fact, Jennifer and I were talking about maybe doing a round 2 of our foiling video, because she showed so many things. I showed so many things. We had so much fun, but it was really like we were flying with techniques and stuff. And we talked about doing a part 2 that would include the new white polyglaze sheets. So maybe look for that. I think we talked about doing it. Did we talk about doing it in December? Jennifer, if you're here, I think she might be, because she and I were FaceTiming. I'm going to cut this again. I have a little spot on the back of that card. And so I'm going to cut this down again, and I'll just use that for die cut pieces. That'll be fine. We can use that for our greeting. Okay. So I'm going to just put a little bit of tape on the back of this, and I'm going to just secure it down there. Okay, so what we want to do with this is we're going to bring in these flowers on an angle. Okay, so we're going to start with layer 1, and I'm going to just pull that in a little bit off center like that. This isn't layer 1. I want to do layer 1. Here's layer 1. So I'm going to pull this in just a little bit off center, but I am going to go off a little bit on this one. Not too much though, because I'm going to cut this down with a die, I think. So we're going to cut that there, and we're going to do that there. Okay. Now I am going to get a little bit of pixie tape, and I'm going to tack this down. And then I thought I would use some of the lilacs today. I love the lilacs. I think that they're beautiful. I know most lotus flowers are pink, but I am going to do lilac today because you can never go wrong with purple, right? And then I think I'm going to use our new Wild Wisteria cardstock for a card base, but I'm also going to use the spruces for the stems. So maybe we'll go and use that Christmas pine. I'm not sure yet. I got to see how it all looks. So I have my light brush here. I'm going to start with some, let me just brush that off, some light lilac. Are all of the sold out? Okay. So I'm going to start in the center here, and you do want to make sure that you know which direction you're using your stencil in. So I always look for the engraving on the side here. It says Tranquil Lotus, and that's what this is called, Tranquil Lotus, and that's over here. So now I know all of my rest of my stencils. It has to be in this position. You can also flip this around to do the other side. Okay. Oh, Kathy, you did the lilacs today too? Awesome. Yeah, it's a beautiful color. Kind of hard not to use this one. And you know, I think, Kathy, did you do it on your snowflake card, the lilacs? Because that's got to be beautiful too. So wintry and pretty. I gotta go watch all these videos now tonight. I'll lay in bed and watch everybody's videos. It is fun to have a new release and a discount all together, isn't it? We do actually, I've already placed a reorder on our stamp sets from our new release. And if the stamp sets sell out, well, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see when they come in. I'm hoping they can rush them, but we'll see. But I know that we've got some things that are getting really low if they're not already sold out. And would you believe the die cutting machine is starting to get really low too? I can't believe it. You guys saw the pictures of that container, but it's a great machine and you're not going to regret it. I promise. Okay. So now we've got our first, oh, look at that stencil. Isn't that so pretty? Let's do another one coming in over here, just like this right here. Okay. We'll block this off because I'm going to be good and I'm not going to take any chances. I'm blocking this off with a Post-it note. And we'll just add one more little flower here coming in over here. Ooh, that's medium. It's all right. It's all right. We saved it. We sort of saved it. Okay. We'll go with the light here. Okay. Now we're going to add our medium. So let me pull this off. Now we're going to go with a little bit of a heavier hand, and we won't notice that. In fact, if something like that ever happens and you're worried, you can pop your original stencil right back on, right? See how I just did it right at the bottom of that one? I'll grab a little bit of this and I'll do it right at the bottom here, here, and here. Now they all match. Okay. Now we're going to go with a heavier hand and we're going to do our part 2. So the part 2 is pretty easy to line up. You just make all the white lines disappear like that. And then I always like to tape it down because it's just easier. So let me grab my tape. We can also go in with the dark lilac. I just didn't get that color out because I wasn't sure that I wanted to use it. But now that I had my error, and you know, it's okay. It's better than horrible. All right, I think that's pretty good there. Let's get that where we want it. Okay, now we're going to go with the medium lilac. Almost got me. Oh, this is so pretty. I just really enjoy, you know, it would help if I actually put the stencil on straight. But it's late. It's past my bedtime. I'm usually in bed by now. Usually home after the live and already in bed. Not really, but pretty close. I'm usually in bed like catching up on Facebook and what you guys are doing out there. Yeah, this is pretty. And can you see how nicely this matches? Even though it's not the same as the Wild Wisteria, the color, oh, it's so pretty. It matches so nicely. Okay. And then we'll just pop this in here and we'll do this last little bit. This is the one I used, right? Yeah, I think so. My goodness. Alrighty. This is like the part of the release party that I start to relax. My blood pressure goes back down. I'm back in human range again because I'm crafting. And it's really hard to be stressed out for me when I'm crafting. But I want the release party to go so well because we have so many beautiful things to share. So what do you think? Isn't that beautiful, those flowers? Tom, were you a cowboy and I missed it? I wasn't looking up and you did the cowboy thing?
Yeah, I'm staying busy over here. It's quieted down quite a bit.
Oh, okay. All right, so now we're going to add our stems over here. Oh, these stems are so cute. They're so delicate. Alicia nailed exactly what I was going for with all of these layers. They're beautiful. She knows how to see light, and she knows how to carve it into those stencils somehow. I don't know how she does it. I can't do it.
Question, is the Fancy Phrases die set new tonight?
It is not. Is it showing up in the what's new? It might have just been missed. But Fancy Phrases die set. Oh, Fancy Phrases. Yes, it is. It's part of the bundle that we broke up with the fancy florals. That was part of that bundle from last month that got broken out. So yes, that is new as a standalone product. But if you already bought the bundle last month, then you already have it. So you don't need it. But if you didn't get it and you were waiting for it to be broken up, that is exactly what it is. Okay, so I'm using the light spruce first. And I think I might come in with a little bit of medium spruce just toward the bottom. I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference, but I do want to kind of see it. I do want to kind of see it with the Christmas pine. Because, see, isn't that pretty together? That's like a perfect, perfect blend. And even though this is a lighter shade, and this is fairly close, but this is a lighter shade, it's still the same color family, so it works beautifully together.
So is the second incentive stamp a brand new one or a previously released one?
It's a brand new secret one. So if you place 2 orders, you're going to get the brand new secret one. Doesn't that sound exciting? I think it sounds exciting. Okay, so now we're going to die cut this. Let me make sure that I've got my settings right here. Because I've been, once you set this machine, it's good, exactly how you want to die cut, and you can just do tons of die cutting. But I was jimmying it all around in the beginning, showing everybody. And then I turned the dial to show it loose, and then it was too loose. So where, pray tell, is my master layouts 2? Don't tell me I didn't put it back. Because if I didn't put it back, we're going to have to hand cut this, and I'm going to be upset. So let me see if it's just laying around here. And if it's not, we're just going to move right along, and we're going to cut it out by hand. And it's not. Okay, so we'll bring this back in just a little bit because we're going to die cut the greeting. But I don't know where Master Layouts 2 went, so I'm going to cut this by hand. So I want to cut it down because I wanted it to be a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to take an eighth of an inch off of each side. I'm telling you, I was actually texting Kathy Zilski during some of our illustrators spots just to let her know how disheveled I am tonight. Because if you've ever done a live video, especially if you do them the way I do them, where I don't plan very much, it can be really chaotic. And tonight was especially chaotic. But I always feel good knowing that you guys are all out there, because you guys are, I feel like we're friends, and nothing can go that wrong where you guys aren't going to laugh it off with me. Okay, so now I've got those beautiful lotus flowers. I love lotuses. They don't really have leaves. They've got, well, they do, but they've got those kind of like potty things around them, but they're just like a stick kind of thing with this big flower on the top. And I love the way she did that. That's beautiful. Okay, now I need a black piece of cardstock. So I'm going to get one from here. I did find more black cardstock. They gave me all the cardstock that had damage. See the damage in it? They always give me the damaged stuff and say, here, you use that in your videos. We're giving the customers the good stuff. So I get the damaged stuff, but that's okay. It's better than wasting it, right? Okay, so I've cut this down now to the measurements of Master Layouts 2. Didn't cut that very well. That's better. And then I'm going to adhere those two panels together like that. Somebody got resentful. What did that say, Tom? I'm missing comments. Now, we could use Christmas pine, which would be very pretty. I get so resentful when someone calls me during your lives, Marge. That's so funny. Oh, you're sweet. So I'm going to adhere this. That is very funny. I'm going to adhere this to the black layer. And then we're going to cut down one of these gorgeous pieces of wild wisteria. I think that one being discontinued, I mourned my wild wisteria. I love that color so much. So here's a piece of it. And now with the new thickness, it feels so luxurious being 100-pound now. It feels so luxurious. Okay, so we've got that. I really like this mill. I can't wait to do new colors now because we're going to do custom stuff like nobody's business. They're fast and they do such a great job and it's consistent. It's not always easy. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 4 1/4. You do need a warehouse though. If you have one custom color made, you need a warehouse because it is so much cardstock. But wow, this color. Tell me this color just doesn't make you happy. So we'll put this onto here. Love that nice big wide border. Doesn't it glow? It's so glowy.
So question, does the second order have to total at least $75? Only if you want the second incentive, right?
Correct. Yep, only if you want the second incentive. Because normally it's an order of $75 or more that gets an incentive. But we want to give you the second incentive. So we're encouraging you to break your orders up into 2. And especially if you're getting the die cutting machine. Your die cutting machine's going to ship separately either way. It's already boxed up. They came already boxed in the shipping box. They're like encased in styrofoam. They're so secure. So I'm going to do my greeting first before I do some sequins here. And somebody asked me about burping the bottle. And it's not just tapping the glue bottle. You actually want to squeeze a little bit and then tap it and then let go. And when you squeeze and tap and then let go, it sucks the glue out of the metal. And that's why it helps keep your bottle clog free. Okay, so I'm going to use this stamp set tonight, and I'm going to use the Hello Sweet Friend, I believe. I want to see how this is going to look on here. I think we might want to just put it right up there, or we may even put it down here just over this flower and leave a little white space. If Kathy Zilski was making this card, she would leave white space. So I'm going to channel my inner Kathy Zilski and leave a little white space. It's still probably too, probably did too much, but Kathy is the queen of the clean and simple. Now I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here so I'm not in too close. And I think Hello Sweet Friend is the one that I want to do. So we're going to stamp this. I haven't even touched this set yet. So I'm going to rub my finger over it to just get a little bit of that manufacturing residue off of there. Yeah, this stencil, remember the box of cards that I made as a gift? This stencil is perfect for that because you can knock these out so quickly and you can make, you know, you could do you could do some where the flowers just come in from the one side. Then you could do like flowers down at the bottom, flowers up at the top on a different card. Then you can do this layout for another card. And they're all so quick and easy to do. So let me get my Chucky tool, but I'm just going to go light because I'm going to do a couple layers here. Yeah, the dies for the sentiments really do make a difference. Now, I could have stamped this right onto the card, but I want to see what it looks like die cut. And if I don't like it, I'll stamp it right onto the card, because you can, if you're doing black, right? Because black is going to cover up, but having that little bit of separation sometimes is really nice. So let me get my tidy towel and clean off this. But that's stamped really nicely for a brand new stamp. Cussy cutting.
The word of the day.
The word of the day, cussy cutting.
Been there.
That's awesome. I love cussy cutting. Very cute. That's adorable. I love that. Okay. So now we have the die cutting machine and we're back in. And remember, push your plates in and everything is nice and secure on there. And then where did I put my plates? Oh my goodness, I'm a mess. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure that I have it on die cut and that it is not too loose, because I had it very loose last time. And then I think just so that I don't gunk up my mat, you see my little stuff there, I'm just going to cover that up with a little bit of pixie tape rather than getting a sand eraser. And now I need to pull out my die set. Wow, this is a huge die set. Look at all those dies. I better be able to find the right one here. That is jam-packed with dies. And don't forget, all of our die sets that have a coordinating stamp set include a magnet. So you get this thick magnet. These are manufactured by Stamp and Storage for us. And if you've ever tried our magnets and then you've tried other magnets, you're going to know how good Stamp and Storage magnets are, because they put them on these thick chipboard things. They're amazing. I love how sturdy they are. Okay, so now I have my die right here, and I'm going to line that up so that looks good. I'm going to use a little pixie tape to hold it in place. Oh, everybody's talking about cussy cutting now. I hear you. Okay. And then here's what I like to do. I like to put my cutting plate down, my cutting mat down, and just put the platform right on top. Zoom out a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. So I just have the white platform. The white platform, I just plopped it right on top. It doesn't matter if you do it upside down. You know, you could flip it this way if you want, but you know that you've got this exactly the way you want it. So why not just go ahead and plop the platform on top and run it through. It'll make for easy cutting. And you see, like, I don't know. See how it didn't like shoot out at the other side? I love that. I love how easy it was to just crank it through. There we go. Look at that beautiful die cut piece. My plate's still pretty crisp. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to put this away. It sticks pretty good to your surface, so it's not going to shimmy around. And then we're going to see how this looks if we pop it right in there. Oh, I like the separation that that die creates. And we could also put it on, we could pop it up with some foam squares. I think that might look really nice to have the greeting popped up. So let's do that. We'll put a couple foam squares back here. And don't forget, now is a great time with the 25% off to stock up on your basics too. If you want to stock up on some cardstock, or you need some glue, check out our doorbusters too. We've got a special in there for glue with a free fine tip bottle. We've got tidy towels for $1.95. That's a great deal. And you guys know I have 5 tidy towels. I always have them ready to go, because if I am doing stencil stuff and I want to clean my stencils, that's going to be messy. So you could always get a couple tidy towels too. Okay, so we've got our little sweet friend right there. And now I'm going to add a few little disco ball sequins, because I think that is the perfect sequin to add. I've been doing the pearls. What do you think? Should I do silver pearls? I've been doing gold so much. Let's do silver, because I haven't done silver. And everybody was screaming at me on my last video to do silver. And you were all right. Silver would have looked better, but I had a gold thing going, so I had to do it. All right, so let's do some pearls. We'll add one here for sure. We'll do them right around the greeting. We'll put one over here. And we'll put one down here. And maybe we'll add a couple extra, but let's see how these 3 look first. I love this card so much. Let me find my pick and stick tool. I love the simplicity of it. We'll do a small one down here, and then maybe a medium one up there, just to have a different size. If you have an old tidy towel, definitely get our new improved one, a new and improved one. Look what I just did. Right on the edge of the glue. Let's see if I can Mindy egg in this one. Okay. Get our new improved one. You'll be surprised how much thicker it is. It's definitely thicker. I mean, they're not made to last forever. It's definitely a more consumable item, because they do wear out. But the new and improved one is so much thicker that you should have some really good luck with it. Well, there is my finished card. Do you like this? Kathy, did we make it happen? Christopher Allen's here. Hi, Christopher. Oh my goodness. So there we go. All right. Well, Tom, shall we give this card away tonight? Because we still have 3,000 plus people here that waited to the very end. I can't believe these people have been here for over 2 hours and they hung in there with us. So somebody should win this card.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yes.
And if you just happen to tune in, this is our new Tranquil Lotus Layering Stencil set. And I used a greeting from the Snow Much Love, which is not really a winter, I mean, it's not a holiday set. It's snowflakes, but it is definitely a more winter set. It's going to take you all the way through the winter. I think I'm going to do a card for Valentine's Day using that snowflake set and do it all in pinks and reds. I think it's going to be gorgeous. But all right, Tom, let's give this one away.
Okay, let's do a cheesy drum roll.
All right.
Kenzie calls. Kenzie calls.
Yay!
Whoops, let me say it on the microphone.
Okay.
Kenzie calls is the winner.
Kenzie, congratulations. Yay. All you have to do is send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com and we will get it out to you. Well, everybody, this was so much fun. Thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. Tom and I they were here for almost 2.5 hours, Tom. At least 2 1/4. That was a long live tonight, a long release party. Remember, our entire store, except for the clearance, doorbusters, gift cards, and the Intracut die cutting machine, everything else is 25% off, and that is all week long. So if you want to stock up on cardstock, you've been meaning to get some of those ink pad colors, you need some Connect glue, you want to get some things from our new release, or you've had your eye on some stamp sets that have been on your wish list for a while, now's the time to get it because this is the lowest we go, 25% off. And I just want to wish all of my USA friends a very happy Thanksgiving. And for those of you outside of the USA that celebrate, just a thankful weekend. We wish you that the same. And Tom, where are you? This was great, wasn't it? So much fun.
It was quite a wild ride.
It really was. It really was. This is a great time for people too who maybe have all the single ink pads but have been putting off those trios that I like, the trios that I used tonight in this card. It's just a great sale, and I'm really excited to be able to offer it even on our new products. So I don't know, Tom, Thursday we're not going to be live, are we?
I don't know. What do you think?
No, I don't think so. We're going to be sitting at our daughter's house having Thanksgiving dinner with our family. So we will not be live on Thursday. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get a 5-minute card out because I've got a lot of cooking and sharing to do because I've been drafted to do some sides and things. So I'm not sure what we're going to be able to get done, but we have lots of time to play with all of these new things and lots of videos coming up. So I hope that you will wait for us, and we'll be back again for sure next Tuesday with another Stamp and Chat Live. All right, everybody, have a safe and healthy holiday weekend. Stay safe out there. Eat a lot. Set your scale back 15 pounds for the holiday, and and you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. It's weight. What is it? Daylight savings time? Weight life savings time? I don't know. Set your scale back. That's all. All right, everybody. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.